What's up? Quick little post. I was just looking at this YouTube video about quantum physics. I don't understand it really. I have a general idea of quantum physics and quantum mechanics. It's a very interesting concept dealing on a micro scale of how things work. And there's an astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson, who says something that was very interesting. He said that there's almost nothing that he does or says or believes that doesn't have a cosmic perspective. And it's interesting because I think that's me too. And part of my restructuring how I come across is in part going to be tied into my perspective on individuality and how multiple different pieces that have different functions and different responsibilities come into play to create the whole. And when I look at the things that interest me, even from just my whole life, religion, aliens, alternative versions of what reality is, the concept of the multiverse, things dealing with the spiritual world, consciousness. And now as I'm older, I've been paying a lot of attention to things dealing with the universe, and quantum physics and quantum mechanics is kind of associated with that. So I look at my perspective on things, and again, yesterday I admitted, after realizing through a general random conversation with one of my brothers, that I have not been giving people the opportunity to state their case for a variety of reasons, all of which is due to a lack of development on my part. So the statement that Tyson made, Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist, not the boxer, made, gave me just had me realize something, that if I look at my perspective on a lot of things, it's really a reflection of how I think inside. So if I look at the daily things that interest me, I'm watching YouTube videos from credible people, astrophysicists, scientists, theoretical physicists, things of that nature, about everything, you know, like just not the average thing that people, not the subjects that the average person in my daily life would think about. So, and I want to be clear about this. It's not a matter of having a higher intelligence or not, because most of the things that I think about have no apparent effect on my daily life, or has an apparent applicable solution to the things we deal with. If I come to someone and I'm listening to a video about ancient astronaut theorists that talks about the creation of religion from a extraterrestrial society, the Nephilim and the Watchers and these things of that nature, there are people who are into these things, but to the average person, that's not applicable to their daily life. They either believe in a Christian God, a Muslim prophet, whatever the case may be. So these things doesn't give me any advantage in any part of my of my health or life. Just the fact that I'm into it. But what it does do it allows me to take a broader perspective on some of the things that dictate our paradigms, like the concept of God. Look, I think the more we know about our natural world, if you're a person who believes that the material world is relevant, or you believe that the material world is an illusion, at the end of the day, it is a part of our reality, whether we sleep or woke. Whether it's the Matrix, it's a part of our reality. So the more we know about our physical reality, our solar system, the universe, what our sun is, the number of suns, the number of galaxies, it's all perspective. So if I have a discussion about God with someone who's strictly religious, I definitely get frustrated. And the frustration comes because my perspective includes so much, whereas the person's perspective includes specific dogma. So I get into this debate, which at the end of the day, if I want to impart some knowledge to someone who has a specific confined view, then the approach I need to take is either inquisitive questions. And if the questions do not stimulate a deeper thought, then I state my position. But I state my position in a way where it's just reflective. There's a lot that I have to deal with to be an effective communicator. I think that one of my biggest challenges is that my story, my perspective, my views may have to take a back seat to what my ultimate goal is, which is to create, motivate, influence, and curate a deeper conversation on every subject.